Most Disney hotels are next to the park. This one is built inside it. I stayed at Hotel MiraCosta inside Tokyo DisneySea, and I want to answer the two questions that actually matter. Is it legitimately 5-star, and is it worth the price? Let me show you what inside the park actually means. This is DisneySea's Mediterranean harbor, the mainland, or port of call as they're called here, surrounded by the park's stop rides. And right there, embedded into the harbor, is MiraCosta. Depending on the room you book, you get a direct park view from your window. Those windows on the upper floors, actual hotel rooms. And you can walk straight to rides like Tower of Terror and Journey to the Center of the Earth from the hotel. Starting on the non-park side, the regular hotel entrance. If you've just come in from busy modern Tokyo, that tree-lined driveway and classical fountain transport you elsewhere. You walk through an elegant porte cochere to enter MiraCosta. And then you encounter a soaring atrium lobby where the Italian coast theming hits you immediately. Disney is very good at this, and MiraCosta is no exception. Before I go further, if you're into honest, unsponsored walkthroughs of luxury hotels and cruise ships, please consider subscribing. It helps me keep making content like this. Thank you. Check-in was fast, barely a minute wait though. I was mid-morning on a weekday. Your results may vary. My room wasn't ready, but my bags were taken away and I was handed my park tickets, which meant I could head straight into the parks. The lobby features a gift shop. It's heavy on the Disney merchandise and light on the convenience stuff. If you need anything practical, plan ahead. Around the lobby is also where you'll find the hotel's dining options. Clustered together are Oceano, the buffet, and Silk Road, the more formal restaurant, which I did not try. I did have breakfast at the buffet though, and while it offered a good mix of Western and Japanese items, overall I'd say it was just okay. The food was on the basic side, and the place does tend to get crowded. And then there's the Bella Vista Lounge. You come here for drinks, lighter bites, the atmosphere, and the park view. Finally, the lobby also leads you to the banquet and wedding venues, apparently a big draw, complete with a chapel. Down a level is Term Venezia, the hotel's spa and pool facility, which also features a fitness room which I shamefully skipped, having spent my days walking the parks. With large windows overlooking the Venetian canals of DisneySea and its Roman theme, the area is visually stunning. Term Venezia features both indoor and outdoor pools. One thing to flag, pool access came at an extra charge during my visit. First time I'd ever been charged for pool access at a hotel. Back to what is arguably MiraCosta's main draw. There's a door on the hotel's lower level that opens directly into the park, stepping you straight into the Italian piazza on the Mediterranean harbor. It's genuinely hard to beat. Two quirks though. During my stay, the early park entry benefit for hotel guests didn't use this private door. You still had to go to the main entrance. And the door wasn't open for re-entry until later in the morning. For what you're paying, I'd expect that access whenever the park is open. The hotel is also right next to the park's main entrance and the monorail station. Connecting with Tokyo's train network, it makes for seamless transfers from the city or the rest of the Tokyo Disney Resort for that matter. After checking in, I jumped on the monorail over to Disneyland for the day. The World Bazaar, Splash Mountain, Blue Bayou Restaurant, and the Enchanted Tales of Beauty and the Beast ride, which is a Tokyo exclusive. Not a huge fan of the movie, to be honest, but this ride is truly something else. Let's wrap up this tour with my room. I had a Venetian side superior room number 4439. We're going to start with a quick walkthrough to get our bearings. Alright, heading back to the top. The bathroom features 3 areas: vanity, shower tub combo, wet room style, common in Japan, not my preference, and finally, the toilet. High-tech Japanese, of course. The bathroom is extremely well stocked with tons of included amenities. Opposite is the large closet, complete with slippers and a safe. Note that it is small and won't hold a laptop. Then there is the bar and mini fridge area. It is not stocked with anything other than bottled water. On the upside, it does mean there is space for your own stuff. My room had 2 regulars plus a trundle. Firm, but comfortable. Other configurations available, though don't expect North American sizing. A large flat-screen TV sits in front of the 2 beds. The room overall is large with a sofa and a table for 2. You get branded tote bags and, as in most Japanese hotels, pajamas instead of robes. The retro alarm clock and phone are charming, but they do date the rooms. I hear a refresh is planned starting later in 2026, which tracks. And as elsewhere in the resort, the theming is really well done. The windows skew a bit smaller in keeping with the period architecture, which makes the room slightly dark. That said, you can still choose from 3 views: park, called Porto Paradiso, entrance, called Tuscany, and Venetian canals, called Venice. I had the canal view. Quieter, but still lovely. Here's where I land. I booked Disney hotels to be immersed in the experience. On that front, MiraCosta is probably the best Disney hotel I've stayed at. You're inside the park. They even project the evening shows directly onto the hotel. The ability to walk to the rides in minutes and return to your room midday to rest is genuinely valuable on a multi-day trip. But I want to be clear about one thing because I saw a lot of confused reviews going in. This is not a 5-star hotel. It's Disney's top tier. Excellent service, immersive theming, great location, but it's not 4 seasons. If you're expecting true luxury hospitality, you'll be disappointed. If you're expecting the best possible Disney experience at Tokyo DisneySea, you'll love it. My verdict, if you can afford it and you're here for the parks, yes, absolutely worth it. Just know exactly what you're buying. For more luxury travel inspiration, watch these videos next. This is Jet Setter Nick. Happy travels!